Okay. Hello everybody. This is Dino Dog Dude 209 here, back again with another video. Finally, I know it's been quite a while, but I'm back, and today we're not playing Wolf Quest. We're actually playing a different game. This is Planet Zoo, and I'm kind of starting a whole new zoo save here. As you can see, kind of starting from the very beginning here, not a map that I've done any terraforming with. So I started off by making a little river that's gonna be kind of the edge of the zoo itself, and there was a little bit of trial and error to get this looking the way I wanted it to. I mean, you're not gonna go over towards this river much anyway, but some of the habitats and exhibits are going to go over this way. So that's what I'm working on here, making sure it looks okay at least. Anyway, so this video is going to be kind of a long one. I did not get any animals in. Literally all I did here was put in a parking lot and a entrance area to this new zoo. It's going to be called Springbrook Wildlife Park, and it's kind of meant to be based somewhere in I like to say the Midwest of the United States, sort of Ohio, Indiana, Illinois-ish, that general region. Michigan maybe too. It's hard to say, but that general area of the U.S. and it's gonna be a kind of not a super huge zoo, but I wanted to make a pretty big parking lot, and you can see I had a little bit of a jump cut there because I had to do some things that were kind of boring. I didn't think were necessary to include in the speed build, but so I was working on this one. I think to get done everything you see in this video, it was probably about, I want to say 4 hours, 3.5 to 4 hours. I want to say it was something along those lines. This footage you're watching now is sped up probably like 7 or 8 times faster than it was in real time. Super fast because, no one wants to watch a 3-hour video of, well, maybe some people do, but most people probably do not want to watch a 3-hour video of someone just building a few buildings in Planet Zoo. I would assume, hey, look, if that's your thing, that's great, wonderful, you do you, but I know for me, I would probably get a bit bored. So tried to keep this one decently short. It's still gonna be at least 30 minutes, I think, but I sped it up quite a bit. So you can see here I'm working on this entrance building. This entrance building is going to be basically kind of a rustic build, but it's also gonna have some modern touches to it. You'll see as the build goes on. But I decided to go with the slate roof because I think it looks good, adds a little bit of a rustic flair, but I went with more modern looking wood. Looks slightly better, I think, than trying to do just the whole log cabin type of thing. I've done that quite a few times before in Planet Zoo, and it's nice, but it gets kind of old after a while. This, I think, feels kind of modern and refreshing compared to that. And I did some breeze block walls on the bottom there to kind of give it some structure and some depth, and also because usually you wouldn't have wooden siding going all the way down to the bottom of your building. You would probably have some, concrete or cinder block walls lower down. At least on most of the buildings I've seen. I'm not someone who's super up to date on architecture. Oh yeah, that piece right there, I was just kind of seeing if I could maybe use it for something, but ended up deciding against it. So I'm not a big geek when it comes to buildings and stuff in this game. I honestly, most of the time, I don't even build my own. I just use blueprints off the workshop because I'm just not a huge, making buildings kind of guy. Usually, I mean, there's been a few that I've felt kind of inspired to do, but this one I kind of had to force myself to do because it's such a basic building, but it's so important because if you're gonna have a zoo, you need an entrance building. There's gonna be kind of like ticket booths on either side, but I'm just gonna have the information booths there because we don't have an actual ticket booth building in this game, which I think is crazy, but Frontier, if you're watching this for Planet Zoo 2, you need to seriously consider including actual ticket booths and not just a little entrance to the park that doesn't have a place where you actually buy a ticket. I don't know. I mean, this kind of stuff where you're building it all yourself is fun, but it would be nice to have a kind of pre-built building shop type deal for that. I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling at this point. So anyway, let me get back to kind of what this build is all about. It's basically going to be, like I said, North American, some kind of rustic elements, but not totally. And there's going to be a lot of different animals. I'm going to do a few different sections to this zoo. So we're going to have, I think we're going to have a North American section because you kind of have to if you're doing a North American zoo, I feel like. I mean, you don't have to, but would feel kind of wrong if we didn't do that. So there's going to be a North American section. Part of it's going to have some local species that are native to the area, and they're going to be featured in some nice little habitats. And then some of them are going to be some more unique ones, like the moose, probably the bison, the pronghorn, the wolf, and a few others. And then I think we're also going to do a section of this zoo that has kind of a more Asian sort of theme with some more Asian animals. Yeah, you can see here I'm putting in the information booth things to be like ticket booths, kind of. But yeah, so we're gonna probably do a Asia Trek sort of section, I think. And then I also kind of want to make a kind of hiking trail with some dinosaur skeletons or something, and it can be kind of like what our continent was like back in the Mesozoic age, that kind of thing. It can be kind of like that. I've seen that kind of thing at a few different zoos. I think the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium has something like that, where they show you, you learn about the modern day animals, and then you also get to learn a bit about, prehistory and stuff. This building was kind of odd. I think those concrete pillars. So I went with the concrete pillars because I think it looks like they'll support the building quite well. But the problem is they're a non-grid piece, and non-grid pieces in this game are kind of a pain in the butt to get them to be make sure that they're the same distance apart from one another. And so if it looks slightly off, that's probably why, because I had to eyeball it a little bit. And here I'm just messing with the path and some game settings. But yeah, I hope in Planet Zoo 2, because it is confirmed there's going to be a Planet Zoo 2, in case you've been living under a rock, or I don't know, in a bunker somewhere with no cell reception or no internet. Yeah, there's going to be a Planet Zoo 2. There's supposed to be anyway, and it's supposed to be coming later this year, they said. I think the last we heard from Frontier, they were saying that it's going to be later this year. But I hope for that game that they'll actually add a measuring tool so you can more easily measure how far apart your pieces and your buildings and stuff are. Because it's not too bad if you have everything built on the grid, but if you're using non-grid pieces, yeah, it gets really hard to tell how far apart things are, and you just have to eyeball it usually. There's probably ways you can measure it by like putting down certain pieces that are certain length, but I don't do that normally because it's just kind of another thing you have to do. So I just eyeball it and hope I get it close to being even. But so yeah, some of the structures I make in this game might be a little bit cattywampus, might be a little bit mixed up. I'm not sure, but so here I am making this parking lot. This parking lot, there's going to be spots for buses or coaches, as the game calls them. There's going to be a spot for those to pull up, and then there's also going to be a few spots for normal cars and trucks and stuff to pull up then for visitors. But I wanted to put in the coach bus spawner, or whatever you call it in the game. I wanted to put that in as the guest spawn point because it just is so much more immersive to see them actually coming out of like a bus or something than have them just appear out of nowhere on like a square that's connected to the path. That's kind of, a bit immersion breaking, and it feels better to be kind of creative with it. But yeah, it took me a while to figure out what was going on with these buses, why they kept flattening the terrain underneath them. I ended up figuring it out eventually, but yeah, there was just like one setting that was wrong, and it was making the terrain get pulled up every single time I placed them down, and at least some of the time, and it was frustrating me like to no end. But I figured it out then, it just took some time. But yeah, so there's going to be 2 buses as spawn points. I'm guessing we're probably not going to put in another spawner at any point. I don't know, unless we make another entrance to the zoo. But yeah, this is going to be a kind of smaller zoo. Not going to be super huge. I mean, there's going to be some cool stuff in here, I think. And but it's not supposed to be a huge, massive, grand zoo. There's probably, I don't know. We'll probably have about I don't even know how many episodes this is going to be. Considering how long it took me to get this build done, it might be 12 episodes, or it might be like 20, or it might just be 5 or 6. I'm not sure, because I haven't really, I'm kind of new to this whole speed builds in games kind of thing. I've had Planet Zoo for a couple years. I just never did anything YouTube related with it because I don't know, I didn't really think that much of it, I guess, or maybe not that. It's more just I wasn't sure if I wanted to have that on my YouTube channel, but it's a fun game, actually. It's really fun to sit and play, and you can see what I'm doing here. Again, it's so hard to tell when you're in the center of something like this parking lot here, but it's fun. It's fun making stuff in this game. Kind of brings me back to some other older games that were kind of tycoon builders, zoo builders, like games that I played in my childhood, like Wildlife Park 2. That was a fun one. Even though it was kind of poorly made, it was a fun game. There was obviously Zoo Tycoon 2. A lot of people had a lot of fun with that one, I know. I don't think I ever got a chance to play it. At least I can't remember ever getting a chance to play it. But yeah, so what I'm doing here is we're going to kind of have these 2 rows of parking spaces be split apart from one another a little bit by this planter that's going to go in the middle. I don't know, whenever I have empty space in my parks, I just feel like putting in a planter with a bunch of plants and bushes and foliage or rocks. I don't know, it makes it feel less like it's so empty, and makes it kind of more interesting, and for me, it feels more realistic that way. I know, you know, not every zoo and park is going to have these, but, you know, usually they try and keep kind of a nice natural beauty kind of aesthetic going on, so I try to replicate that the best I can. But yeah, this is kind of more a proof of concept that I can still kind of build my own zoos and stuff, and it's been a while since I've actually tried making a full-blown zoo build in this game, so kind of wanted to challenge myself and kind of wanted to maybe have some fun in the process. So yeah, here I'm putting mulch down and putting down some bushes here. I love these. I love mixing the buffalo grass, I think is what it's called, with these. I think they're called Siberian pea shrubs. They look really good together because they're close to the same shade of green, but still have a different enough color and overall look to them that they look unique together. And I also threw in some other bushes and plants and stuff here. Bracken ferns a little bit, make it feel a little bit more overgrown. I really enjoy doing foliage in my Planet Zoo builds. I don't really get as much enjoyment out of building buildings. Like, in case I wasn't clear enough, like I just, that's not really my thing, or at least it's not what I feel like I'm good at. Maybe I just need more practice with it, but I just feel like placing down natural scenery or like rocks and bushes and trees and stuff is a lot more my cup of tea in this game. But I'm trying to get better about it. I'm trying to get better at using the modular building system. It's a little bit janky and it's got a learning curve to it. So I usually, to make my builds look good, I just throw down tons of grass and shrubs and stuff like that, like you can see me doing here. I like mixing different grasses and stuff together. So you've got some of the buffalo grass and some of the Yorkshire fog grass here as well. It kind of makes for a more, I don't know, like there's more variety. It looks like there's more variety in terms of the the variety, you know, what am I trying to say? It just looks more realistic that way, because you're never going to have an open field usually that's just nothing but the same type of plant all around. Probably. I mean, most of the time you're not going to have that, because that's like a monoculture then, and you know, that's not realistic, that's not natural. Unless you're, you know, engaging in monocrop agriculture. In that case, it's like, well, it's still not natural, but it's still it's what you want, I guess. So, you know, that's kind of the whole point of it. But yeah, no, I decided to go with these bald cypress trees here. I know they're kind of more of a species you see down south in the swamps and stuff, but they are often planted up here in, at least in my home state of Ohio, they are often planted here as an ornamental tree, and they apparently do quite well. I've seen a lot of them planted along roadsides and in parks and stuff like that, so figured might as well throw those in. And then I'm also throwing down just regular, normal, temperate trees all over the place, just a variety of them, and some more bushes and stuff. It's insane to me how long it takes to make something look good in this game if you're kind of out of practice. Like, I hadn't played this game very much in a while, and this was kind of tough to figure out how I wanted to do this. But, you know, another thing I'm really hyped for, hopefully getting in Planet Zoo 2, whenever that comes out, I hope we can get a item scaling feature. I know, what's it called? Jurassic World Evolution 3 has that. I think Prehistoric Kingdom does too. I haven't played either of those games yet. I haven't had a chance to, but would love to. But stuff like these little ferns and stuff, it would be nice if we could, adjust the size on them. And also other building pieces too. That way we don't need to have like 50 different items that are just different sizes of posts and beams and stuff, because that kind of clutters the menu and stuff in this game. And if we just had one that you can resize it, one for each material anyway, that would be really nice. I also, here's another little nitpicky thing. I wish there was a way to like just select a certain area and remove all, see what all items are in that area and remove all of a certain kind if you want to. I know there's a way to do that in like animal habitats, but if you're just doing kind of a natural area away from the main part of your zoo, it's kind of a pain in the butt to do that. You have to like individually select every single plant or rock or building piece, whatever, and delete them all of a certain kind. It'd be nice if we, had a feature where we can do that a lot more easily. But I'm really looking forward to Planet Zoo 2 whenever it comes out. I think it's going to be, if they play their cards right, it's going to be a really great game. I think a lot of people are going to want to get it. I honestly was kind of surprised that this game has lasted as long as it has. The lifespan it's had, it's just kind of, I don't know. It's surprising that, we were still getting DLCs and updates like 5 years after it came out. It's kind of wild to me, and if you've watched this part in the video, let me know what your favorite tycoon simulator type game is. Is it Planet Zoo? Is it Jurassic World Evolution 3? Planet Coaster? What is it? Like, what's your favorite? I'd really like to know. But anyway, yeah, so here I'm using some custom pine trees that I made a little while back here in Planet Zoo. They're supposed to kind of look like white pines, but I'm using the Korean pine in the game, and I added like some more pieces to each one to kind of make them look a little bit different. But I like these pines. They look really nice. I don't know if I've uploaded them to the workshop yet. I will if I haven't. I don't think I've gotten around to it yet, but they're really nice, and I think they are really nice for this sort of temperate forest aesthetic where you want something that looks like it theoretically could grow there and do well in that environment. I like to try and keep my foliage to the biome that I'm building in. Now, that's kind of a bit difficult sometimes because there's obviously the biomes in this game are kind of arbitrary, the way that they draw the lines between them, but I like to try and go for ones that fit in the biome I'm building for. Generally speaking, like I will throw in a few other different ones here and there, but I try and keep it consistent. I went and put some of these I think they're those dry stone walls along the outer edge of the parking lot here. I didn't do the whole parking lot. I will have to do that at some point, but I think they look really good, and I think they actually really help to tie it together nicely and make it look a little bit more realistic and more put together. But yeah, I'd love to know what other games in this sort of genre people are enjoying right now, because I'm gonna be honest, I really like Planet Zoo, but at times it starts to bore me a little bit, and I'd love to have another game kind of like it that I can play. I want to get Jurassic World Evolution 3, but it's kind of expensive to buy it now. I don't really want to buy it right now unless it goes on sale for quite a bit lower than it currently is right now. We'll have to wait and see. I need to get a new computer because the one I have right now is kind of on its last legs. Not gonna lie, it's not on its last legs, I shouldn't say, but it's getting kind of old. It's about 5 years old now. Yeah, about 5 years old now. Actually, 6 years because I got it at the end of 2019. So it's 6 years old now, and it was a pretty decent gaming computer at the time that it came out, but it's kind of showing its age for sure, and I want to upgrade. And also it's starting to have some issues with lag where it can't, the games can't run as well. I get occasional crashes in some games, not constantly, but from time to time I do, and I think because the GPU is getting closer and closer to the end of its lifespan. So hopefully by the end of January I can get a new computer. I want to get another laptop, something I can take with me on the go. It makes it easier if you have to move your setup around and stuff. For me anyway. And I'm not a big desktop PC kind of guy. I will probably just try and buy a new pre-built one and try not to break the bank too much. I don't know. I'm hoping I can get a good one at least. RAM prices are really high right now, so trying to find one with good RAM, like more than 16 gigabytes of RAM, it's like almost impossible to find one of those without breaking the bank. And that's really unfortunate. But that's kind of just the way things are now. For this planter, I was experimenting with these purple flowers. I like them. They kind of look like lupines, but I decided against them. And then I also thought about these other flowers, but also decided against them because, it's just kind of, this planter just doesn't feel like it needs to have flowers in it to me. So I'm gonna end up taking those out, and we're gonna move around some of the grass, and we're gonna make a little stone spot here to put a couple of statues on. I initially went with the coyote and the armadillo statues, but then I found the raccoon statue to be look a lot more like it's kind of fitting for the zoo. And so since there's going to be an area with kind of more local animals, I decided to go with those two. And we're getting close to the end of the speed build now. We're almost to the real-time part, which I haven't recorded quite yet, but as you can see here, I'm just doing some last few little touch-ups, building a sign, because I realized like 3 hours into this build that we didn't have a sign for the zoo. And so here I am kind of throwing one together quickly with some of the Arctic wood. I think the Arctic packs got some of the best building pieces in this game. It was the first real DLC pack to come out, and it has some of the most useful pieces, at least for my style of building. But yeah, so Springbrook Wildlife Park. I was having trouble finding the right letters here, so I forgot to put the G in, but you'll see it then. I'm liking the way it's looking so far. I'm not exactly sure what animal we're gonna do next. I kind of want to start right in with the kind of local species section. So I think we might do the red fox maybe, and the coyote from the America's Animal Pack, maybe. I also want to do one for beavers, so we'll see. But getting about to the end of the speed build. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the real-time part here pretty soon. So, thank you. Well, here we are. This is going to be the real-time part. We are here in the actual zoo. Yeah, I am quite happy with the way this is looking. This parking lot might be the best one I've ever done. I don't know, actually. There's still some work that needs done along the edges here. I want to take this dry stone wall and like put it all around the parking lot, pretty much. Maybe even all around this section of nature scenery here, I'm not sure. But it would be nice to kind of, keep guests from running off. But yeah, let's go ahead and go into the explore mode, and let's go ahead and do a little tour. So here we go. This is the start. You got nice little buses here that you're when you get here, that's gonna be what you're getting off of to come in to the zoo. And got this nice little planter here. Man, I really love this. I really need to like stick with this same combination of plants, because that just looks really good, I think. And yeah, we got some nice forest and tree scenery, trees and stuff all around, pretty much all around your starting spot. And then here we go. This is the big entrance sign, Springbrook Wildlife Park. That's where we are here now. Man, I love this. I love these bald cypress trees. They look so good. Make for really nice foliage. And then obviously you got your parking spots here. I'm not sure yet whether we're gonna put vehicles in these parking spots or not. Maybe not, but you can go either way around this. 2 different paths just to make it a little more interesting. Man, I love those leaves. Anyway, so happy we have that in the game. And then this is gonna be your entrance building. I just realized, yeah, there definitely does need to be some more detailing work done up there on this one, but I'm happy with the way it looks now. But there's gonna need to be some more work done with it, just to kind of make things look a little bit more realistic, look a bit better. But I can do some of that stuff off camera too. And then got some, yeah, got an info stand here and over here, so that you can buy your tickets and stuff and get your information about the place. I wish there was actual ticket stands that your guests would have to buy their tickets at before coming into the zoo, but oh well. Maybe that's something for Planet Zoo too. But yeah, this is these things look a little bit high tech for this this place, but we can maybe make them look a little bit more like they fit in then. I'm not sure. But then we got this nice little plaza area, couple nice trees, and yeah, more trees over that way, and this looks beautiful, man. And this little thing, I love this. So pretty with the plants in here, and the raccoon and the coyote in there. Looks pretty great, I think. We got some trees over there that I placed down just to get part of my foliage palette ready for this zoo. So don't worry about that. That's nothing you're really missing. Those are not going to be there forever. But yeah, I love this little planter here, and I love the little statues. I might. I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll put another rock in here with some more statues on it. I don't know. I don't know. This is a nice little centerpiece. It would be nice to maybe put a couple more in there. We shall see. But yeah, so that's the little tour of our zoo so far. It's just in its beginning stages, but I'm already really liking the way it's coming together. I think this is going to be a nice entrance area, and later on at some point I may put another like sign up here saying like ticket information or something, just to kind of make things feel a little bit more, I don't know, real and true to life. But I'm quite liking it here, and we'll have to do some more foliage work here to kind of make this all blend in a bit better, but I think this looks good. So next episode is coming, I don't know for sure, but thank you for watching. Thank you for watching through this far into the video. I know it's kind of been a long one with not a whole lot of interesting stuff in it, but really appreciate it. And if you've enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. You guys know how much that means to me. I really appreciate all your support. So thanks a lot if you have done that. Really does make my day to see all the support. And yeah, I guess for now this will be it. So till next time.